Today's broadcast is brought to you by Alabama Unforgettable. Marines, the few, the proud, the Marines. Parisian Tommy Hilfiger, get a good look. United States Postal Service, we deliver for you. Bell South, nobody knows a neighbor like a neighbor. Welcome here to Savannah, Georgia for this game between Savannah State University, the First City Classic guys, and First City stands for that of Savannah being the first state in the first city in the state of Georgia. So it's going to be a big game here, Savannah State and Tuskegee in this SIAC battle.
Yes, it is, Jay, and coming up to start off this ball game, well, it looks as though the Tuskegee Institute Tigers won the toss, and they'll be the ones to receive the ball in this first quarter here in the ball game this afternoon.
Jay, we'll get an opportunity to see this potent Tuskegee ground game against the top defense in the country, and I'm just looking forward to seeing this big offensive line Tuskegee possesses to see if they can control this defensive line of Savannah. Tuskegee's offensive line outweighs Savannah's defensive line by something like 7 pounds, so we won't have a big advantage when it comes to weight, but I think that it'll be something that will determine, the first opening series will determine the outcome of this football game. If Tuskegee is able to control the line of scrimmage, we may see a great football game.
Now, Walt, let's talk about the importance of this game here in the SIAC. Savannah State has a chance to spoil it for the #1 Tuskegee Tigers, who are 8-1 so far this season, can be 9-1 after this game here. Savannah State is 6-3 and has a chance to spoil the SIAC contenders for the crown in Tuskegee.
Back to kick for the Savannah State Tigers is Abdul Rashad from Atlanta, Georgia. Tuskegee fielded at the 20. Down to the 29-yard line.
That tackle was made by number 22 from Savannah State. He's one of the leading coverage persons for Savannah State.
And number 37 that time for Tuskegee did a great job on the return. The quarterback for Tuskegee University, Aaron James, is a freshman. Tuskegee, Aaron's doing a great job so far in leading his offense and doing a great job for the offense and Coach Comedy.
Aaron James coming out of Whistle, Alabama. Here's James. Back being chased. James let one go and is out of bounds.
That was an excellent rush after Savannah State in the kick.
Offensively for Tuskegee, we have Spence at left tackle, Ellis at left guard, Milton at center, Holiday at right guard, and Drury Gay, the big tackle there, SIAC candidate for right tackle. Fullback, Dempsey, Scott, Burl at tight end, split end Burrell, and flanker is Drain.
Second down for the Tuskegee Tigers. James let one go downfield. Edison complete down at the 40. Still on his feet. Making it down to the end zone. And is in for a touchdown.
Well, Aaron James showed me that he's not a freshman anymore, Walt, delivering a strike to number 83, doing a great job for the touchdown there for Tuskegee University.
Jay, you live with the blitz and you die by the blitz. That's what happened. Savannah State put 6 men up on the line of scrimmage. They done man coverage, and number 83 beat the man coverage, and he was able to get in the end zone for a touchdown. In order for
James dropped back this time, delivering a long ball, beating the quarterback there. Wine Drain with the completion, breaks the tackle by the ankle, and watched him trot into the end zone. Great play that time by Tuskegee.
Here's the extra point by Bell, is up and is good.
Well, Tuskegee jumped out front with a 7-0 lead right away, and that's what it's going to take for them to be able to win.
Tuskegee strike first.
Talking about a fast strike, that was definitely a fast strike with 30 seconds there, but also we can look at that change in format here for the Tuskegee Institute Tigers. They have some people in there that we hadn't even seen before in the last previous games that came out as starters today.
Well, one of the things that I think is going to happen now, Jay, is that pass may change Savannah State's philosophy as to how they're going to play defense today. Game to a short game.
Well, Tuskegee has done it so far, 7-0 here. Will they continue in the first quarter?
And here's Tuskegee. Once again, they got the possession of the ball. Last time they had it, 30 seconds is all it took for them to score. Got a 1st and 10 on their own 25. Here's a snap. Penalty markers going down on the field as we have a quarterback keeper by Aaron James. James brings it up to about the 27-yard line.
Jay, that tackle was made by number 24 for Charles Phillips.
From an SIAC officiating crew. Here we have the 8-man you talked about, Walt, up on the front line there. Offsides, a lot of offsides in the neutral zone there. Aaron James trying to run the option, can't find anywhere to go, and brought down for maybe a yard. He will hit you. And then again, too, Savannah State, they're running a cover 3 package. Underneath will be wide open all the time with Burrell in the slot. That's why we saw the out underneath that time.
2nd down and 10.
Big tackles there against Tuskegee and Michael Scott.
3rd down. Here's the pass up Bunner, and it's complete. And is up to the 35-yard line is Dwan Drain.
First down, Ron. First down. See, that's what they got to do. They got to take what Savannah give them, and Savannah will give them the underneath pass, as you said just a while ago, Jack. Lucky that James was alert enough to dive on the ball because that still was a live ball.
And then there's a communication factor there between the quarterback and the center. Actually, James gives him a signal to center the ball with no vocal count at all, and it miscommunication there between James and his center, and resulted in a fumble on the play.
Looks as though we have a loss of about 3 yards on that play. Bring it down to a 2nd down. Ball on the 35. Wants the pass. This time is complete to Ron Dwayne. Dwayne across the 40. Dwayne trips, and he finally makes it down at the 30-yard line.
Number 83 is hot, Walt.
If it's successful, they stay with it until they stop it. And that's what he did. He completed the pass just before that for about 13 or 14 yards for a 1st down. Went back to the same play.
James drops back in the pocket and delivers a strike there. Showing me some strength on the arm there to Dwayne. And Dwayne gets 10 or 15 yards after the carry. They're making a great catch and a great run for the Tuskegee Tigers.
1st and 10. Ball on the 29. High snap. This time it's a quick pitch out. Michael Scott. Scott out of bounds. Looks as though he lost yardage on this one.
It's been a great game here from Memorial Stadium, Savannah, Georgia, between Savannah State and Tuskegee University in the First City Classic. We'll see. Tuskegee on the drive. Will they do anything in next time? 7-0 here from Memorial Stadium in Savannah, Georgia. Tuskegee over Savannah State so far, and they're on a drive inside the 25-yard line on the 20.
1st and 10. Here's the Tigers of Tuskegee, and it's a long one downfield in the middle, and it's incomplete.
Yep, number 36 should have had that one, Jay.
Sean Cornelius.
Yeah, Sean Cornelius should have had that one. He had excellent position. He had the defensive back behind him.
Shotgun formation this time for Tuskegee. Aaron James drops back in the pocket there. Great protection. Lays the ball out. One-on-one coverage there. And Cornelius just couldn't hold on to the ball coming down, falling, kicking the ball very well. Your score here now, 10-7, Tuskegee over Savannah State.
1st down and 10 for the Tuskegee University Tigers. Ball on their own 32-yard line. James, long one downfield. It's complete down to the 40-yard line to Howard Bertle.
Jay, look, coming down the field now, you got 7 guys from Savannah State who's on the line of scrimmage and then did not chuck the tight end or try to hold him up, and he sneaked down the middle. A perfect pass, he's a bit touchdown.
That time, James dropped back in the pocket and saw big number 85 Burrell out of Birmingham, Alabama, making an adjustment for a top 7 here in the first quarter.
2nd out and 9. Here's James looking downfield. Is up and
who's running excellent pattern, but he's like he's zeroing in on Rainey today.
Well, then again, too, they're running a lot of single plays, single receiver route. We'll see what takes place in the second quarter in this SIAC battle, the First City Classic.
offensive line for Tuskegee, but you got to give him credit. Denson did a good job of reading and going where the runner was and made a good stop.
Second down and 9. Savannah leads the ball game 13-12. 8:19 in the first half. Here's the pass. Complete.
James dropping back in the pocket, looking to number 83, Drain, there on delivery on the curl route.
Got to him then, but they got Tuskegee in a passing mode now. They're going to come after him.
Spud Vackery in the backfield for the Tigers. Here's James with a long one downfield, and is in and out of that.
That number 7 can play, Jay. Did you see that? That number 7 for them, Shannara Jones, is a good defensive back. And that pass was right on team for Conway, but Shannara was able to get in and knock it down. But just excellent defensive play all the way, and he had it man for man.
And as a defensive back, you wrap from the backside and defend with the front hand, and he knocked the ball down that time for Savannah State. And great play there by Jones, the senior, for Savannah State.
Guess the scores could have either been 19-20 or 20-20.
3rd and 19. There's a lot of real estate at stake. Here's a long one, and it's going to go out of bounds.
Walt Hail Mary situation here. We've seen Tuskegee on the trips right. Well, Luke Bell on the field.
Yeah.
Leg out this world. Can the kid make this long field goal? We will have to see.
This is Chuck Flush. We'll be right back in just a second.
Rick Comedy wants an SIAC crown. I know that much.
Yes, indeed, and they got to go back and they got to pull Teron Burrell into the ball game. Do some passing, Tuskegee. They got to go out there and do some passing, make some offensive things happen. They got to get back in this ball game, and I tell you, before the day is over, it's going to be a tough one.
Offensively there, Jermaine Brooks, the quarterback for Savannah State, doing a good job there. Aaron James, the quarterback for Tuskegee, doing a good job. We got 2 freshmen leading their teams and doing well on the field.
And we're seeing some surprise plays. Remember that long 91-yard run back? And remember at the beginning of the ball game, when only 30 seconds in the ball game, we had a quick score? It can all happen again in the second half.
Well, we'll see here. We got some highlights for you from the first half from Memorial Stadium, First City Classic. Long pass, Aaron James hitting Drain there for the first touchdown in the game. Tuskegee struck early for the first touchdown against Savannah State University, and Drain gained some yardage. And watch the freshman from Jacksonville, Florida, Mr. Williams, take it all the way, putting a move on Luke Bell and going 90-plus yards for a Savannah State touchdown. And yes, Mr. Pearson, 27, the little man, going over the top for a touchdown for Savannah State, putting him up, and Prasad got his pass blocked, and Bryant kicks it up, and watch this smart play here, pitching the ball back, and Tuskegee goes in, not for a touchdown, Walt, but for a safety to make this game 13-12, a 1-point difference there. And now your score is 20-15 here, Savannah State over Tuskegee here at halftime. Your first half step, first downs, Tuskegee 5 first downs to Savannah State's 11 rushing yards, 94 rushing yards for Savannah State to Tuskegee's 11 passing yards. Look at this, Aaron James putting the ball there, 151 yards to 55 yards Savannah State, and total yards there, it's pretty even Steven, 160 yards to 149, and turnovers have been a big part, and 2-1 there at Tuskegee over Savannah State. It's been a great game here, and we're looking forward to a second half exciting football between Savannah State and Tuskegee. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back. Tony Hyde talking to his quarterback and receivers. You scored 20-15. Savannah State up by 5, and Tuskegee has the ball back, ready to roll with Aaron James at the helm.
Aaron James is looking pretty good in this ball game, even though they don't have the passing percentage, but we've seen him throw long today, and we can see what type of strong arm Aaron James has. I mean, we have to give it to him. Boy, he's got potential there. It's going to really happen for him. But yet and still, they're not out of the ball game.
And there's Coach Comedy looking on to his freshman quarterback. James reminds me of another great quarterback back in the 80s, Maurice Hurd, who had a great arm for Tuskegee University.
Speaking of James, here he is at the line of scrimmage with a 1st and 10. Ball on the 22-yard line.
North Carolina was able to corral him after he gained 4 yards.
Michael Scott is like trying to tackle a gnat. And is small in stature, but quick as can be. And I can understand why big number 94 was upset.
Second down and 6. This time, James decides to keep it, brings it around the left end across the 30, and out of bounds he goes at the 35-yard line, and it looks as though he picked up a first down.
In pursuit was number 45, Reginald Jackson. They're all everything on defense for Savannah State, and really James was running for his life, because if he had slowed down, James might have been out of this ball game.
Well, they've been long balling today, and James throwing the ball. He's 7 of 18, 151 yards, and he also has 1 touchdown, but saw green on that pass play. And when you got yards in front of you, you take them, get out of bounds, and got the first down. Smart quarterback there.
Smart quarterback. First freshman from Abilene, Georgia, was in to make that tackle, and he should have lost a yard. That's right. If he'll put the stake where it's supposed to be, it's 2nd and 11.
What was the name of that city again, Walt?
Abilene. Abilene. Like Luke Applin. Great baseball player.
All right. Second down and 10. Penalty markers go down. And so does Aaron James at the 40.
Not by a tackle, but by getting away from a hard hit. And that's a wise quarterback, you know. If you're the leader of a team, why take hits that may get you out of the ball game when you know your team needs you?
And that shows some maturity through the season there, being able to make good decisions there, rolling out, avoiding the tackle, and getting as many yards again as he could. Aaron James. James dropping back in the pocket, reverse out, play action pass to that of Scott, avoiding the linebacker on the blitz. Zuri Gay getting in the way there, but James getting up and getting down to gain some yards for Tuskegee University.
In the eye. James fake handoff and tosses one and is complete. Over to the left side to Morris Alice from Miami, Florida.
Yes, still short of the first down by about 2 yards. And, Jay, what do you think they're going to do right here as it relates to attempting to run it, or you think he need to pass it? I think his best bet will be passing.
Coach Rick Cummagee there knows his potential of passing. He's been a passing team so far this season. He has Burrell up top. It has drained down to the bottom. Watch this. I guarantee you he'll drop back and throw the ball.
For the Tigers of Tuskegee. Oh, a high snap and no control, and it's finally picked up by Aaron James as they take a big loss down to about the 25, 24-yard line.
Jay did exactly what a quarterback's supposed to do. Don't worry about picking it up. Just make sure you don't lose possession. A bad snap by the center.
Aaron James receiving the snap a little too high for them, doing the best thing and making the right decision, getting on top of the ball and covering it up. Notice he curled the ball up. He didn't land on top of the ball. The coaches teach that all the time. If not, you will get the wind knocked out of you. And I've been there before, guys. And so it's easily for him to get as many yards possible as he needs to on the rushing plays.
Gain of 6. Second down and 4. This time, it's James. James finds running room across the tackle, brings it down to about the 6-yard line.
Jay, if you notice what's going on, they're running over there behind big old Gay at 6'10", 334, and number 85, Howard Burrow, who's 6'2", 235. They're shoulder to shoulder, and they're just knocking people back off the ball. That's why they're able to gain a yardage, going to the right side.
First and 10, the single back.
Gay to be able to gain this, to get in the end zone.
Second down. Scott back in the pocket. Tosses one out. Nobody's there as he throws it inside of the end zone. Nobody there at all.
Great play by the, I can say, freshman. Right. Might as well be a sophomore there. He showed me a sophomore decision. Throwing the ball out of the back of the end zone when pressure is on there. Aaron James' maturity level has come a long way this 1998 season and will continue to do that in his future as a quarterback for Tuskegee University. For a 2-yard touchdown run for Tuskegee. Tax on 5 going for the Tuskegee Golden Tigers.
Yeah, but Jay, if you're going to come offside, make somebody feel you coming offside. You know, don't come offside and just lay your hands on the guy. Go ahead on and pop him one leg. Next time when you start over there, he'll do something else.
Well, we got a 3rd and 3. We see Severin Zachary is out of the ball game, putting in the workhorse, Michael Scott. Also back there, Leonard Simmons. In the eye.
And we always know that when a kid go to school, if he's an athlete, when he leaves school, he should possess a sellable skill. And I have no doubt in my mind that Jamal, when he leaves Savannah State, will have a skill that he can go out and be a wholesome, well-deserving, well-supportive.
He made the right prediction here. Your final score here from Savannah, Georgia, from Walter Reed, Ron January, and Jay Roberson. 22-0, Tuskegee over Savannah State.